Okay. All right, y'all. My baby's still sleeping. I was trying to do something different. Um, with just silently pulling the cards first while having y'all here. It definitely has been speaking this morning as I've shown you all the cards. Probably couldn't tell what they were, but I did show you them. So we have for the Mudra deck, which is all about our energy field, awakening it. We had self trust, crown chakra, and third eye chakra. Now, obviously, self trust is about opening your heart chakra, opening your heart space, giving you just confidence on this journey. Because right now, we are in a really difficult time, y'all. The energies out there is really working, So it's like a serious spiritual warfare going on. The benefits of this is, this assists with enthusiasm, trust, and confidence. So maybe you're not enthusiastic right now about life. Maybe you just feel like you're kind of going through the same old thing, It's no jizz to your life right now. But you're being asked to have some self-trust. The benefits of this mudra is supports respiratory system, release tightness in the chest, ribs, and back. It energizes and cultivates enthusiasm and self-confidence. It helps with depression. You pretty much interlace the fingers from the right and the left hand to the first knuckle, and then the pinkies, with the pinkies on the bottom, extend thumbs, and the index upward. Hold the hands in front of your heart and chest with your elbows relaxed downward. So, and then the focus is unshakable confidence guides my journey forward. Unshakable confidence guides my journey forward. Surrounded self trust. Um, from the metaphysical side of things, I had equalizer, highest self, and patience from our oracle elemental deck. So what I'm getting from these is, you just right now need to give yourself some time. Give yourself some patience, trust in the process. My son's definitely waking up, but trust in the process and just hold that vision overall. But like I said, as I'm going through the message, but that's what it's giving me overall. Just hold your vision, stick true, stick to the plan, stay true to you. That's what it is. Excuse me, y'all. Anyway, let's see here. I want to look into this equalizer card because, of course, I'm still learning this deck. All right. So for the equalizer card, and I'm gonna show pretty much how I laid this out in a second. Well, not in a second, but at the end, so y'all can see kind of like where I did it at. And to get that portion, Because I'm really going to share it probably on my Instagram. So that's why I'll be for that. And I'm still working through all these things of how I'm gonna get it out, the content. I think the most important thing is just to get it out. So whomever that resonates with as well, if you've started on something or you're scared to start on something, it's just best to just put it out. Sometimes you just gotta get it going. It doesn't need to be perfect. Anyway, the equalizer is the highest self. When we hear this, we think focus, center, direct, and that this is what we and this is what the equalizer brings to your life. Here we see a glistening, milky looking drip similar to honey. And as bees work together to make precious honey, we know it is all for the queen. We see the honeycomb pattern deep within the card and what looks like a vortex at the center. This card is an alert to get focused. It's time to stop manifesting and start taking action on your manifestations. See, get it going. Don't need to be perfect. You already have everything you need, and you know that this will pass. Some cultures believe our highest selves gives the lessons we will have in life once we inhabited our human form. This is so that we can evolve our consciousness back to the seventh dimensional realm where it resides. When this card appears for you, it is time to take one to the face, and that may mean a hard truth or loving accountability. Plant spirits, chamomile mean. So perhaps you haven't been having self trust because of a situation, something that knocked you off your kilter a bit, so you're unsure now. But no, this is kind of what it looks like sometimes, and you won't know success without failure. So you have to keep going, no matter. Um, Hard truths can look like anything. It don't have to be like the hard truth is you was wrong about something or whatever, whatever. The hard truth is like, oh, that didn't work out, so you got to come at it maybe from a different angle. Or, hey, on some real stuff, you know that you've been slacking. You know you said you was gonna work out, but you ain't been working out, so therefore take some accountability on that. What can you do to change this though? It's always what I'm moving forward. Like, you acknowledge it, but then once you acknowledge it, okay, now what's the solution to it? And if the solution is just being patient and sitting it out and waiting, then you got to listen to that. But trust yourself, have that self trust and the guidance within to know what you need to do next. Um, yeah, that's what I say about that. Let me see what the if patience got any cool things. I mean, I feel like I said it, but let's see. Um, let's see. It's pretty much just saying you're almost at the finish line. Have patience with your progress. Journal prompts you can ask on yourself, though. Sorry, y'all. For this is what parts of yourself are you leaving to rot? What parts of yourself need to be watered with more love? What negative self talk and self doubts need to be weeded and cleared from your mind? Definitely gotta move that out. For me, I'll be honest and open with you all, because I do intend on getting more into myself as time goes forward. But what I will say really quickly is, I have to sometimes talk to myself about where I'm at, being a new mom, feeling like it's other things to do when all I need to do is just really be present with myself and trust the process. But sometimes it's hard, right? We live in a society where it's just always go, 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 go. So when you're not really going at the capacity, especially that you was before, and things take shape, new things happen, you have to change your course of action maybe a little bit. It can feel like something is wrong, but know that change is not wrong. Change is adaptability. Adaptability is strength, because if you're able to adapt in anything, you are really able to just keep moving forward to your true goal's destiny, to your true heart's desire. But you have to have self-trust. And make sure you water your mind. Be kind to your mind. I have a picture right above my head that reminds me of that. It's a woman pouring water on her head. I might recreate that shoot for myself, like do one of me, because the woman is like probably a white woman. I want one of a black woman. Whatever. That's besides the point, y'all. But you get what I'm saying, right? Anyway, okay, Deja, come back. Point is, give yourself some love, man. Now, all these cards right now are representing a lot of green in this atmosphere. I'm getting green and yellow. So it's a need to connect your heart chakra to your sacral being, to who you are. Not your sacral, I'm sorry, your solar. You need to power yourself. Give yourself power. Green to yellow. Love yourself to empower yourself, to make your solar plexus shine bright. Solar plexus is all about your identity, like as far as who you are, your will, how you move, things of that nature. So yeah, there's a need for that. Okay, moving on. We have the crown chakra next, as far as the mudras, and when we get into that, its meaning is infinite. The sound is Soham, and the qualities is freedom, unity, lightness, and joy. Some of you already have this lightness about you. Some you need to, again, give yourself love so that your solar may shine. You can take up more space because you won't feel so in fear or ashamed or guilt about yourself. You need to give yourself love, green to yellow, green to yellow, so your solar may shine, and crown chakra as well. So obviously, once you feel the confidence of your solar plexus growing from the love you gave within, then your crown can really start to shine. You can really start to see your crown take form. Um, nice shined up, you know what I'm saying? They took your crown to the jewelers and now it's sparkly, baby. And now you can intercept and get all the information inward that you need. But, it definitely is within. The thing about foundation, root chakra energy is that, yes, get grounded with going into nature and things like that. But sometimes, if you just really work on that heart chakra, it can just align all of that. It can really get all of that in order, y'all. Um, so, with the crown chakra, the oracle message was integrity. So, align your actions with your inner values. Be true to yourself and own up to any mistakes. Equalizer just spoke about that in the highest self. I mean, not equalizer. Patience just talked about that with integrity. Like, what are you doing? Are you, giving yourself the watering of like that you need? Are you giving yourself negative feed talk? You have to be real and own up to your mistakes, but not only the negative part aspects, obviously look into the positive aspects of yourself and apply those things. Like, don't look at the cup as half empty. Look at it as half full and work with what you got. I promise the rest will come in. But work with where you're at right now. Sometimes we just future trip so much that we forget where we're at. We forget the present moment. And we need to be still. We need to be in it. Be focused in that so that you can align to what is necessary. Have integrity. Crown chakra is all about aligning. But in order to get into the elemental space of it, you got to come from a loving place. You got to come from a good foundation within. As I stated before, you can't manifest from a broken heart. That manifestation is going to come out pretty sticky because you're already in a hurt space, So clear all that shit, clear all that stuff out, and yeah, man, move forward with that. Have integrity. She has the eagle, it looks like, a hawk. So you're strong. You have the guidance. You have your ancestors that got your back. Integrity. That reminds me of the military, so maybe that's something there. But with these, the oracle of elemental wisdom, we have 3 and 6. That's what patience comes to 3. And integrity is 24. That comes to 6. So there's just a need to really get balance within self right now. Work with yourself in the divine spirit in order to gain this integrity that you're seeking so that your inner wisdom can really truly be aligned with what you feel. The card with the metaphysical was cloud meditation. Look up. Really excited to see how this plays out because what I'm getting so far is you've been clouded. Like you haven't really been able to like get it together. Um, just confused. And there's a lot of confusing energy out there. I would say that it's happening with all of us right now. We're just in that kind of space. So let me see here. Give me a second, y'all. Alrighty. Okay, I'm back. So, as I stated, all right, we're back with cloud meditation. And hope that I wasn't talking too low, but I'll see on this playback. I'm working through it, y'all. But anyway, cloud meditation says, look up. I am strong and healthy thanks to physical movement. Time to get active. I know I just mentioned that gym thing earlier, so hey, maybe it's a need to get going. Your judgment is getting clouded by greed and overindulgence. The cloud meditation asks you to find the deep inner child who used to find shapes in the clouds and nourish them. Spend time looking up at the sky. Take in the wealth that is available to pour down on the crop you planted and grow the seeds of abundance. Wealth is not only material, it is love, compassion, freedom, and joy that will bring alignment and flow. When the cloud meditation comes to you, you are asked to let go and believe the winds will carry your seeds of hope to favorable ground. Success is on the horizon. Take time to stare at the clouds and let yourself receive. Go outside, lie down, look up at the sky for at least 11 minutes. That's exact. In a space where you can focus undisturbed. Notice how it changes and what emotions, thoughts, and downloads arise for you. Don't rush to journal your thoughts. Simply let them drift by like the clouds. The crystal parent is chalcopyrite. So yeah, it's just asking you to kind of just get lost with nature. Like we're being too uh, future tripping, being too much in the future tripping right now. We just need to take some time and be still. And that's kind of been a message. It's just like get in touch with nature. Know that everything is working out. Have the trust, have the faith. Yes, face that music. When we're feeling away and you like, come on, why it ain't working? Or when it's gonna come and boom, 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 boom. That's when you need to stop, take a moment, ask yourself questions like, why is this arising for me? Um, what can I do to shift this energy? Um, because yeah, that's essentially what you need to do in those moments. Instead of future tripping, try to understand where this fear is coming from, because that's all it is. Future tripping and thinking too much, having retrospect and stuff sometimes can come from a place of fear. So it's just asking you to just get present with yourself, get present with your body, move, work out, get in tune with nature. These are just giving different aspects. It's always something different. I think yesterday or the day before, one of those days, it was all about really getting grounded. Now this one is asking you to, all right, you got your feet planted. Now it's time to daydream, look up. Ever since we had that full moon in Pisces, they're all about like daydreaming and just fantasizing. And it's asking you to keep the goals in mind, keep the beautiful desires that you have in your head, keep them in your thoughts. Look up, fantasize, think about it, paint it out. This is how you manifest, people. But in order, like I said, to manifest, you have to come from a good place within your heart, within your spirit. You have to get that stuff together. So if there's any murky energy in there, ask yourself, what is this? Figure it out, you know. And for those that, you know, have therapists and things like that, talk with your therapist about it. If you don't, again, talk to yourself or talk to people that you can really trust to let it out. Um, but no, dropping your drama on them. Make sure you always ask people if it's okay to unload before you unload. Just don't be unloading your shit onto somebody else. Excuse the language, but watch that, because no, that's not cool. All right. So yeah, it's asking you to look up cloud meditation. Puff the la and look at the clouds go by. Yeah. All right. So the last card for the energy awakening was the third eye, all about seeing. So working on our love within to make sure that our solar plexus is shining bright so that we can receive the clear vision, to have the space to see what we're trying to do and not be so clouded, not be so stuck in just a state of judgment. So as we walk through these places, now we end up with the third eye, like I said, that talks about intuition, wisdom, clarity, vision. So this is helping. Once you get through these steps, this is when we really like expand, and you're able to kind of get through those murky, confusing waters a little bit. The location, obviously, between our brows. The sound is and the meaning of it, like I said, is wisdom. Wisdom, intuition, clarity, vision. That's kind of what this brings. If you've been getting pain in between the area, maybe that can be a reason to not a reason. You probably need to cleanse. Uh, sit with yourself and get some meditation going. Okay, so with that, y'all, this one I had two cards here. Yeah, there you go. Like, hold on, I knew I had to. Okay, so I end up asking for clarification with this from the metaphysical deck, and it gave me Gogoro, which is ego death. So with that being said, we're gonna get into it. Ego death is not a bad thing. That's what I would say first. To have ego death is not a bad thing. Maybe something was out of balance with your ego. Um, excuse me, y'all. My goodness. Whew. I watch one of these other readers, and her nose always itches and stuff too. And I'm like, dang, this is really like a quality of doing these. Hey, Papa. So let's look it up. Like I said, ego death. No, Gogoro. There's a need maybe for ego death, or you're going through it now. I don't know. Sudden changes occur in our everyday life, and as a result, in our awakening to another level of self. Gogoro brings the change you feared in a time. Gogoro reminds us that handling problems from a grounded perspective will always yield better results than charging in a reckless manner, which can have dire consequences. Obelisks are placed on lake lines to harness the energy lightning rod. Let me start that over. Obelisks are placed on ley lines to harness the energy like lightning rods. Harness that energy when Gogoro appears, and remember that change is the only constant. The universe will send you a wake up call if you are not fulfilling what your higher self came here to do. We can get lost in the material and become stuck, and then life gives us an experience for freedom. We can get lost in the material. I got to read that again and become struck, and then life gives us an experience for freedom. I got to say that one more time, actually. We can get lost in the material, y'all. We could become struck, and then life will give us an experience for freedom. When Gogoro arrives, it is time to relinquish the old habits, the thoughts, the programs that are keeping you prisoner in your own ivory tower. View something from a different perspective and allow for the full transformation. If Gogoro appears in the spread for you, it's time to consider the following. Am I ready to have my plans turned upside down without a warning? Ooh, wee. So perhaps the things that, we thought wasn't it. And now this is coming to flip the whole script. Like I said before, there's nothing wrong with ego death. It really isn't. I used to say that I wanted ego death all the time, and then I went through it because I too got stuck into the material and became struck. And that experience definitely opened my eyes. to today and where I'm at today. You know, I'm very thankful for that experience. But are you so stuck on what you want that you can't relinquish it? Because if that's the case, then that's a really big issue, because the more you hold on to something, 9 times out of 10, the more it will give you uh issues. You have to definitely live life in a flowing manner, you know. I asked for clarification on that with the ancestors, so I'm gonna pull that card out too, because even now I knew I needed clarification on that one. Like, I felt it on this last one. So we're gonna get into them. And what came out, like I showed y'all, was root of water, highly sensitive, and then boo boo the food, possibilities and potential, which kind of explains itself, but we're gonna get into it, y'all. I did the Rick Ross sound just now. Anyway, that's just 28. Okay. So you may feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster, giggling 1 minute, bawling the next. You're on a soul journey. That is why you're feeling it all so deeply. Don't take every little thing so serious. Trust your inner guidance. The ancestors are nudging you in signs. Are you paying attention? Nature is speaking to you. Are you listening? I added that in there. This plant ancestor is empathetic and intuitive energy. The hibiscus plant has youthful energy. Maybe drink some tea, some hibiscus tea, for to feel like back to your childlike self, because that is also what the other card, I think it was Cloud of Meditation, was talking about. Look up in the clouds, getting that childlike spirit. So maybe drink some hibiscus tea today or something, or juice or something like that. The roots, plant spirits, are the messengers of the ancestors. There may be news or a romantic proposal coming your way. Honor your feelings. Your creativity is ready to flow. Take advantage of all the creative opportunities coming your way. Don't say no. I add that. The memory of this is the root of the water is the hibiscus flower. This is yin energy. Plant ancestor comes forward as a Zimi, nature spirit. Of the Taino people of the Caribbean, and the goddess Atabe, supreme creatrix and mother. Like her hibiscus flowers, Atabe represents the moon, fertility, love, romance, and beauty. Bless you, Papa. The medicine is the ancestral plant spirit also represents your inner child. Lean into the energy of play. Your ancestors did not always have the gift and privilege of play. Allow yourself to be free enough to play in their honor. It's all about childlike energy. This everybody's just getting too serious. And it's a need for us to come and let our inner child out. Everybody's so focused on like the goal, and it's nothing wrong with that, but if you just become so stuck on that and so like uh uh fixed and set, then it just doesn't allow for movement. It doesn't allow for other things to come through, and life can be a beautiful surprise. If you feel like you gotta have it all together and all it just, it's no fun. I like fun. The shadow aspect, if this was reversed, or if you're not feeling this way, is you are being hit. You're being a bit immature, and you need to be more sensitive to the feelings of people around you. Don't take anything personally. This is the Page of Cups, and the declaration is, I choose to express my feelings openly and fully. All right, so, woo, let's go on to the next one, which is Boo Boo the Food. My goodness. And then I'm closing this thing on out. So, this is about possibilities and potential. This is your moment to make a fresh start. Anything can happen. You're being called toward infinite opportunities. Will you rise to the call? Pack light and go for it. Leave behind the unnecessary. Ignore the judgments of others. You are leaping into a new phase. Boo Boo the Fool shows up to remind you of your unlimited potential and the power of taking small risks. This ancestor walks in the energy of optimism and trusting in life. We are all a bit foolish at times. Walk off of the cliff and trust that the net will appear. The memory is Boo Boo the Fool is depicted in colorful tattered clothing, of the Mandi ritual clown, an ancient performance dating back to the kingdom of Segou, now in Mali. The guidance, I mean, the medicine of this is a gentle reminder to not take yourself or anything else so seriously. See? Try approaching life with curiosity and joyous expectation. The shadow, if you're not feeling this, is it's easy to get caught up in the voices, fears, and stories of others or yourself. Now is the time to be conservative in your choices. Caution is advised. Now is the time to be conservative in your choices. Caution is advised. This is corresponds to the Fool in the tarot deck. And the declaration is, I trust that I am unconditionally loved and supported, you guys. So, with that being said, there's a need to trust yourself to get into your heart space so that you can give balance and truly shine from the solar plexus, so that your crown can shine bright and your vision can get clear. You can get clear about things. You can get free from the fog. Be conscious, be conservative in these choices that you are making. Don't be afraid to just get a little silly, get into your childlike manner. Don't take life so serious. So when you start taking life so serious, like I said, it's hard for things to come through. It's hard for the divine to kind of play their fun magic with you and give you, beautiful surprises. You'll just be keep getting get met. Sorry, y'all, getting tongue tied. You'll keep getting met with um, adversity, experiences that you really didn't have to deal with, but because you're being so rigid about everything right now, it's hard for anything else to kind of slide through. Um, I feel like that's all the messages, y'all. For real, it's just you know what you need to do it. Stop making excuses. Face the music. Stand strong in what you believe, but not so strong. You know what I'm saying? Like the roots when the flowers is growing get strong from the wind, but they're not like unmovable. You know what I'm saying? Be like a plant. I love y'all. Peace.